Yes, I'm here to do my video reflection for my advanced video class. So, as always, going into these self-reflections, I always say I go into every class with high positive energy because I know this class is part of my curriculum for my degree choice. So I know that anything that's assigned is going to help me to further pursue my career in media communication. So I always go into every class with high expectations, a positive attitude, and just ready to learn any and everything that I can. Um, if I had to grade myself on an overall performance of this class, honestly, I would give myself maybe a C or even like a low C. I honestly wasn't proud of my performance in this class only because I wish I would have produced something a little bit better. This class, we did have to, um, dig a little bit deeper into what we already know about editing and producing a film. So, usually in our past classes, we may have, found a subject, we had the subject matter, and we would just film some shots. We would learn the angles in the shots, film some shots, and then, edit it together in a brief amount of time. But this class, you really had to dig deep into first what the story was going to be about. I had trouble there. So I had a lot of things that I had to overcome with this class. First, I had to find, a subject matter with a conflict. So that's where I first ran about a problem because I had a subject and a matter, but it was really really broad. So I needed to knock down that and figure out something, and then I found something. But then I had to make sure the subject was available to record an interview. I had to come up with some questions to dig deep into emotional answers so I can have some good sound bites, and then figure out how I was going to film it as well. So sometimes I look at the big picture and then I'm just focused on that big picture and how I can get to that right away. But this class, you really had to look at the minor details in order for you to get that way because this is going to be over a 3 months course. So I was trying to like jam pack it into like a couple weeks basically in my head. It's like, oh, okay, the ultimate result is just a 2 to 3 minute film about my subject overcoming this conflict. But no, it's like in sections. You want to figure out the conflict, then you're going to list all the shots that you plan on doing, explain those shots one by one, and then take piece by piece the sound bites that you're going to use instead of just all together film a bunch of clips, edit them together, not even think about what shots you're getting, just film it. So I think it's because I do film blog videos weekly for my YouTube channel, and with that, we don't plan out anything unless we're doing like challenge videos. We just do vlogs. So vlogs, you're just filming, like it's just you in real life, just doing whatever you do. But I know with this class, I just had to be harder on myself so I can get the work done. So I wasn't proud of my performance overall because I wasn't breaking down those walls of being a little bit more detailed instead of being just broad. Um, as I started working on my projects, I know I wanted to get more information about how to be, detailed in those areas. I just I was being too surface, but I do appreciate my instructor because she really really did help me with all the questions that I had. She was very blunt about every question that I had. She was like, hey, this is too broad. This is not going to work. You're going to have to scrap it and start over. And I did appreciate that feedback because it was like, hey, this is bachelor level class course. So you need to dig deeper and do better because this isn't going to cut it. So I appreciated her feedback, and it did make me go back to the drawing board every time. She did work with me so I could turn in my assignments and everything. Let's see. If I had one more time, I would just plan accordingly, start early. Um, like I said, brainstorm and write down every single idea that I have and run with it. Basically, when I did start on something, I didn't give myself enough time to be able to scrap one idea that I have and run with another one. I will write down something and then get caught up in something else. And then when it's time for me to do it, I will come back to that. And then after further, watching the videos, reading, and taking notes, I'm like, well, that isn't going to work. But then I wouldn't have enough time to start on that next idea. So going forward, I will plan accordingly, brainstorm more, and like I said, just dig deeper and not be so surface. Just critical thinking is gonna definitely help me going forward. Um, so to future students in this course, like I said, be on. I would not like I said, but I would give the advice of just being on top of everything. Like your instructor says, if you miss a video, if you miss any of those exploration or analysis assignments, you're going to miss bits and pieces of information that's going to help you with the next assignment. So be on top of everything, start early, take notes, and use critical thinking, and then just dig deeper. This class isn't something that you can just, take a surface idea and just run with it. Like, you have to be detailed in every assignment. It's not like other ones where you can just, film and go with that. You're going to be asked to provide details about every shot that you want to do, and just you have to think before you do it. So I was used to just doing it and editing it after, but now you have to think and plan everything out. But overall, I did enjoy this class because I learned a lot of information. I learned a lot of things that I know I can take going forward. I'm going to have to take going forward because this class builds upon other two classes going forward. So I definitely did enjoy myself, and I hope you guys did too, and good luck with the rest of your classes.